for what you do. But at the end of the day, like my job was to come here and be successful with the team. And I mean, I got 2 Super Bowl championships, and just a lot of guys that have trusted me. So when you talk about money, I mean, that'll always come. You know what I mean? As long as I'm doing my job on the field, that'll come. So not really hanging my head over it. It's something I can't change. I didn't make it. It is what it is. And I'm just looking to keep pushing forward and continue to hit new goals that I set for myself.
Yeah, I think, when you're sitting here like we have the last couple of years, and fortunate to be sitting in that position because of the wins that have taken place. But you have to discipline yourself to take the best player. And so with that, you've got to evaluate every position and you got to put all this time in. And Brett's done a great job with that. I think he's very comfortable with it right now if we had to do it today. So he and his guys have been working overtime and making sure they have all the bases covered, and we'll come out of there with a good football player.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is New Day with SSJ on Sports Radio 810 WHB. It's Tuesday, April 22nd, 2025. Stephen St. John and Jake Gutierrez, joined today by Nate Bukaty. 60 hours, 53 minutes, and 40. 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23. There. You remember
what he was going to say next.
You remember from yesterday, huh?
He's going to keep going until someone said something. Yeah. He's going to keep going.
ESPN has a countdown clock to the draft. $60 hours, 52 minutes, and 57 seconds. We'll keep that updated as the show goes along. We've got a little bit of a different schedule for you. Jamie Bloom is still gone in Australia. He's back next week, I assume, huh?
Yeah. I don't know if he's in Australia or New Zealand yet. He's going to both.
Well, he was either in or is in Australia.
Yeah.
He was going to try to call him, but...
Yeah,
right. That didn't seem likely.
I was going to say...
He said he was going to try.
Well, I don't know if your wife wants you calling into a radio show on your honeymoon. Just guessing.
Why not?
Maybe Mike, she does.
Yeah, right. Right. Mike McFarland is going to join us at 7:05. He's going to fill in for Bluma, but also because Mac usually comes on the show on Friday, and Friday will be dedicated to the NFL draft because the draft takes place starting in 60 hours, 51 minutes, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31. And so it's Thursday. That basically counts down to Thursday night. And so on Friday we'll mention the Royals, we'll mention what they did, what they're gonna do, if there's any news, but there won't be any long segments on the Royals, because we'll focus on the NFL draft, because we'll be right in the middle of it, right in the thick of it. And so Mac will join us today so we can talk. We don't want to skip Mike McFarland. We want to talk to him, so that happens today. As the Royals get ready to take on the Murderers Row of the Colorado Rockies lineup. This should be, see, I'm going to say this and watch. It's going to come back to bite me. It's going to be a 11-9 game. This should be a display of two of the least effective lineups in Major League Baseball. And that's saying something because the Royals on paper should be much better than the Rockies. The Rockies on paper, I don't know who many of the people are. And I take great pride in knowing other baseball teams. I took a year off of rotisserie baseball, but I'm back better than ever. Right now sitting in second place in both the American League and the National League while my teams settle in. But even for people that follow baseball, the Rockies, many of their players are a mystery of who they are, where they come from, how are they playing in the major leagues, all of those wonderful answers. Take a look. If you consider yourself a pretty avid baseball fan, go take a look at a recent box score from the Rockies and be honest with yourself. Tell yourself how many players you actually know who they are. Like, who are these people? I don't know if you guys have checked out the Rockies lately, but I don't know what they're doing. I mean, clearly, they have a lot of nice, high-end prospects that are a couple of years away from the major leagues. And so I guess you could be excited about that if you're a Rockies fan. But, man, it would be hard to be excited about this particular team. Now, the difference is the Royals have been struggling offensively. As we pointed out, they scored a total of 22 runs on the recent 10-game road trip and only won 2 of those games. But they have an excellent pitching staff, and their offense should be better, even though K-Dog Curtis Seabolt pointed out with his research that if you include the playoffs, they have scored 4 runs or fewer in 36 of their last 40 games, which is god-awful.
Curtis Seabolt.
Which is terrible. So maybe that tells us, hey, this is what they are, a team that really can't score, that has a very fine rotation, and when healthy, a very good bullpen. But they just can't score. And so maybe I'm overestimating. But the Royals and the Rockies are not in the same boat. Thank goodness. And so this should be, and let me tell you, if you think I'm exaggerating about the Rockies, they come to town with a 4-17 record. You know what their record is on the road? 1-11.
That's not very good.
1-11. And so when I tell you the Royals should fatten up on the Rockies, they better. Especially after going through the frustration of a 2-8 road trip. And it's hard to expect a team to get a sweep. You should say, you know what? You're the better team. Win the series. Nope. You better go sweep this team. This team's terrible. This Rockies team's terrible. And so you should go and they're terrible. I just told you they're 1-11 on the road. If it was in Colorado, the Royals haven't played well on the road, then it's okay, just win the series.
Yeah, altitude kind of messes things up.
You sweep this team. Bad team. This is a good time to play them because, like I said, that road trip was not kind to the Royals. And so let's see. Now, the Rockies are red hot. They're coming off a win.
Uh-oh.
They had lost 8 in a row. And Jake's face. They lost 8 in a row, and then they exploded offensively and won 3-1. See, they were involved in the 12-11 game with the Nationals a couple of games ago. They lost it, but they just won 3-1 against the Nationals. So maybe they're feeling good. They're flying high. That could be the case. I don't know. We'll see. So for the Rockies, like a while ago, Mickey Moniak, remember that name? He was a number 1 overall pick several years ago. Google that. When was Mickey Moniak a number 1 overall pick? And how long ago was he given up on? He's found himself as the starting center fielder and leadoff hitter for this ball team.
Drafted by the Phillies in round 1 of the 2016 June amateur draft. 9 years ago.
He's found a home. Bouchard, Toglia, Hunter Goodman, Beck, Stallings, Shunk, Martini. These are all players that were in the lineup in their last game. Now, like Zach Veen, he was their top prospect, and he's been like a top 50 prospect in Major League Baseball. Fantasy nerds will know him, and so he was recently called up. So Zach Veen is known. Ryan McMahon used to be one of their top prospects. He's okay. He's been in their starting lineup for a few years. He'll be the number 3 hitter. Amador is one of their top prospects that was called up recently that plays in the middle infield. Other than that, I mean, look at the box score.
It sure looks like they're going up against a pitcher that should give them the opportunity to get some offense going as well.
There's a lot of guys that they've given starting or they've earned starting spots. Nothing's given in the Rockies lineup that are like 28, 29 years old that were bench players for other teams or, they're considered 4A players for other teams that, boy, this guy rakes at AAA, but he just can't figure it out at the major league level, or they've gone to find a home in Colorado. And so clearly they're in a rebuild, and they're really not very good at anything. And so they've got a lot of guys, and they got some guys who have spent a lot of time in the minors too that have earned finally a spot. And so the point is, a long way to explain to you that the Royals better beat them and better get well in a hurry. And will the Royals go out? You mentioned the pitching. Yeah, look, dude, they went up against pitchers that had 5 or 6 ERAs that they should have done very well against, and they got shut down. And then they beat Tarek Skubal. So I don't know. Who knows?
Well, the guy they're facing tonight has like an 8.3 ERA.
And he might come out and give them 5 strong. Who knows? I don't know.
That'd be bad.
I don't know. But the match again, they're 4-17. They're 1-11 away from Coors Field. Royals get right.
I'm wrong. That's tomorrow night. They face the guy with the 8.3 ERA. Tonight, just the guy with the 4.8.
Right. That's fine.
Feltner.
Yeah, Feltner. You got nothing to say in there?
No.
Ryan Feltner? What did Ryan do, Ryan Feltner?
Barely knew her.
Against Chris Bubich. Bubich has got to be licking his chops. I like when that's how they describe pitchers.
Yeah.
Boy, he's got to be licking his chops to face this lineup. He should be. You know? Hey.
I like that. I don't know. That's nice.
So hey, look, man. It's the right time. If you can't face the White Sox, get yourself a piece of the Rockies, baby. It's the right time for this. And boy, do they need it after that road trip. And thankfully, it ended with a win, and so maybe they can, and then they got a much-needed day off, and maybe they can come in fresh and not only physically rested, but mentally rested, coming off a win, and ready to play 3 against Colorado, 3 against Houston before they go back on the road. So we'll talk to Mike McFarland about all of that. Nick Jacobs, who does great work covering the Chiefs and covering the NFL draft, and also coming up with great information when it comes to the NFL draft from a Chiefs perspective. You could follow him on X at Jacob71. Nick Jacobs from KSHB 41. And for Chiefs football fans, of course, I'm sure that if you know Nick Jacobs, you also know him from the 41 is the Mic podcast that he does with Matt Derrick, where they talk Chiefs and more Chiefs and NFL and football and draft. They just talked about Nick Jacobs' 7-round Chiefs mock draft. And the good thing about Nick that separates him from some of the national mock drafts that we talk about, his mock draft is even more from a Chiefs perspective. You got, other people doing a mock draft that are trying to figure out what every team's doing. Nick puts that chart out where he ranks players, but also highlights players that fit in with what the Chiefs want to do offensively and defensively, and then puts out a mock draft with his information. And so, we talked about it yesterday, just to give you a little sneak peek. It goes heavy defensive line. Nick Jacobs has the Chiefs taking a defensive tackle in the first round, a defensive end in the second round, another defensive tackle with their first third-round pick, and then a corner with their second third-round pick before he dips into the running back position in round 4. So we'll talk about that with Nick Jacobs at 8:30. So if you're a Chiefs fan and you're ready for the NFL draft, you think you're ready, but you won't be ready until you listen to what Nick Jacobs has to say at 8:30. Despite being called out by Todd Lebo a couple of times yesterday on the show. So we'll see what Nick thinks about that.
Wow.
And then Annie Rogers, who covers the Royals for MLB.com, will talk to Annie about what's going on with the Royals, about their bad road trip, about the decision to send down MJ Melendez, about what the outfield's going to look like moving forward, and anything else. See how Lucas Urseg is after getting hit in the foot with that line drive a few days ago. Hopefully the day off did him well, and he'll be close to full strength and ready to roll now for this homestand. Just get her thoughts on where the Royals are and how they can turn things around in the next couple of days against the Colorado Rockies. So we got all that and more coming up between now and 10 o'clock right here on Sports Radio 810 WHB. We've also got Andy Reid, who spoke with the media yesterday. You heard some of those comments at the beginning of the show. And also Trent McDuffie spoke with the media. You heard him talking about his contract status and everything else. And so we'll play clips from Andy Reid and Trent McDuffie as well. So we got lots going on. NBA playoffs, you watch any of those last night? It's pretty good. There's some pretty good action. I was watching, we were talking about the Nuggets yesterday, Jake, watching the Nuggets and the Clippers in their series after the Clippers blew it in Game 1, their chance to win a game in Denver. They did not blow it last night, and they steal a win behind Kawhi Leonard's terrific performance. What, he dropped 39?
Yeah.
Last night.
When he's healthy, man.
Against the Nuggets.
It's not too many two-way players that are better than him.
And Jokic had another triple-double, but he also had a bad turnover in the final minute when I think Denver was down 3 and they had the ball, and then he threw the ball away. And that was it. And so that was fun to watch. You know what else was a pretty good game, an exciting game, was Detroit and the Knicks.
Cade Cunningham.
As my daughter let me know that Timothy Chalamet was at courtside going crazy during the game, rooting for the Knicks. This Timothy Chalamet is a wonderful actor and also a big sports fan, as people found out when he made an appearance on College Game Day and started dropping more knowledge than the actual people that were at the desk on College Game Day. And so then she excitedly told me that Timothy Chalamet was at the game between the Knicks and the Pistons going crazy. And so I turned it on, and there was Timothy Chalamet. How about that?
Chalamet.
You like that?
Yeah.
You know?
I like that kid.
Do you?
I do.
Did you see the Bob Dylan movie?
I did. He's
I
phenomenal.
need to see that still.
He was
How
phenomenal.
come you haven't seen it? You're named after that
I haven't
guy.
gotten around to it. I've been meaning to see it.
It was great. He did a wonderful job.
See, I want to see it because I usually like I like biopics, but especially about musicians.
Yeah.
But I've never really been a Bob Dylan fan, so I haven't been compelled to watch it. But then Lebo said
Yeah.
it was really good.
It's worth it.
And I like Chalamet, and I would like to see it, but it just hasn't happened for me.
Yeah, same
I
for
will.
me. Yeah, I need to.
Yeah, but you
said,
like Bob Dylan.
Well, he's my namesake, my middle name, so I respect him. He's not my favorite, but I do respect him.
I heard Chalamet's really, really good.
Oh, he's phenomenal.
In this.
A complete unknown is the name of the.
Okay, and who's the?
I heard it. It doesn't. It's not like just a rosy picture of Bob Dylan either. It's
But it's also it's very early in Bob. It doesn't like go through his whole career. It's really Bob Dylan's how he got his start and basically right before he gets massive, like you know, in fame. But Ed Norton's really good in it, and
Ed Norton's
he's,
awesome.
He's good and everything.
yeah. Ellie Fanning's in it. I'm trying to
Keep going.
look up who's in. The guy who plays Johnny Cash is great.
Well, who is it?
I'm looking it up as we speak.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny. Let's see, Johnny Cash. Monica Barbaro plays Joan Baez.
Monica Barbaro was interviewed by me at the Super Bowl
Really?
when the Chiefs beat the 49ers the first time. Don't you remember that? Wasn't she in the Top Gun movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when she was down there promoting the Top Gun sequel, I interviewed her and took pictures with her.
Boyd Holbrook would play Johnny Cash. Did a great job. It's a great movie. It's definitely worth seeing.
She played Phoenix in Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
Jake.
Yeah.
She was very nice. Her and Glenn Powell were there at Radio Row, and we struck up a conversation. And then I was talking with Glenn Powell because he was in one of the Expendables movies with Victor Ortiz. And then we talked about, because he's friends with Victor, and I'm friends with Victor, so we talked about that for a while. And both of them were very, very nice. And there was some delay. I can't remember what it was, but they had some downtime, and so we ended up talking for like 15 minutes. And then we took pictures, and we did an interview on camera, and she was awesome. And so I'm glad that she was nominated, like you said, nominated for the Academy Award for that. So there you go. Jake says watch it.
Damn straight.
And I say watch the most recent episode of Righteous Gemstones.
I've seen it.
Did you see it?
You're not a teen.
No.
It's called acting.
I'm gonna play teenagers.
You ain't the devil.
Yeah.
It's called
You can't have
acting.
no 100-year-old man playing teenagers. Ain't no one 100 years old. So.
Watch them kids, dummy.
Yeah. Gone now. Maybe he be your daddy. Nate's very confused by all this. As most of the people listening are.
There's somebody out there.
How many times have I quoted Baby Billy Freeman over the past 3 weeks?
Maybe really.
A lot.
A lot. Once a show, twice a show.
This has been a big season for him.
Yeah.
And it should be. The final
Absolutely.
season should be a big season.
Absolutely, it should be.
This has been the year of Walton Goggins.
He's the shining star.
You know that? I mean, think about that.
Hey,
Between
man.
White Lotus and this, it's been fantastic. So he's given me nothing but joy.
And
And sadness.
his finest performance is when I first saw him and got to know Walter Goggins as
Walton.
Boyd Crowder from
Yeah.
Justified. He was amazing.
Yes.
Who's this dude? It's great. Justified with Timothy Oliphant. Fine show.
I also watched The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Whoa.
You watch that show? Have you ever watched that show?
I was pissed off.
I don't know what it's about.
I was pissed off at it's a video game, and it's about.
Yeah, it doesn't do it justice calling it that, though. Because here's the deal. It's very interesting because how you say that, because like Richie and Phil, they played the video
Right,
game.
yeah,
And they know
yeah.
everything about the video game. and they were excited, and Richie couldn't, and that's one of his shows to watch that because he played the video game.
The zombie apocalypse type video game.
Yeah, man, that's not giving it justice,
it's
man.
Not really,
It's
they're not really zombies.
Yeah,
they're
because it's normally on paper. It's not something I would watch, but I like Pedro Pascal, and so I wanted to watch it, and it's terrific. Like Susan loves it.
It's a series.
Yeah, for HBO.
Second season just started last
Okay, I remember that. I remember that when it started.
Dropped.
Yeah, it's pretty intense, right?
Kind of zombies, but they're really.
I don't know what it is, but it's really good.
They're the infected.
Yeah.
I never played 1 second of the video game,
but they have cordyceps for brains.
And I asked him like, "Will you think
mushroom?
I'll enjoy this if I didn't play? Is it one of those things where
you don't have to play the game.
You had to play the video game to watch this? Should I go play the video game?" And so he goes, "No, just go in clean."
Yeah, no.
And I did, and it's fantastic. He had tremendous knowledge of the video game and enjoys it, but he knows some of the stuff that's coming.
Yeah. Oh, he knew what was happening.
Yeah.
He knew what was about to happen.
But there are people, I guess, that didn't think that the TV show was going to follow that.
Right. I didn't.
Part of it.
I didn't.
We didn't know what was coming. I kind of knew because I saw, I see too much social media. Here's the deal. Sue had no idea.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. Not happy.
No.
Not happy with this show.
Yep.
Not happy with
I'll be
certain
honest,
characters. Not happy with anything.
I told Lebo after
I had to give her a good
episode
talking
1,
to.
I was like, I'm going to give it a couple more weeks, but if it continues like that, I'm done.
Like what?
I don't need this teen drama.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Well,
the whole first episode. I thought the whole first episode was garbage.
Was it?
The second episode, I was like, it's back. That is what Last of Us is. But now
I don't like it.
I don't want to. Well, I hated the result, but the action and
spoiler alert.
Well,
spoiler alert.
Should we say it?
You got ruined for me on social media. Everyone knows about it.
Yeah,
he's doing interviews about it.
Yeah. I was pissed.
Spoiler alert. 3, 2, 1. They killed Joel.
Joel's dead.
Joel.
And the way they killed him.
That was tough to watch,
buddy.
and I hate that girl, man.
Oh, Abby. I want to. Yeah.
Did you see the preview for the next?
No, I didn't watch. I don't watch the.
Oh.
I don't. I go the Lebo route. I don't.
I gotta watch it. I can't help myself.
Ellie
was hitting the heavy bag. She was hitting the heavy bag, ready to go.
It'll be interesting. I don't know how they survive without Joel. For me.
Well, yeah, I mean,
his brother's going to become a main character. I mean, he already
he's good.
is.
He's good.
He's great.
Look, man,
I thought he was done. I thought Jumbo had him.
I have a taste for revenge now. Until they get revenge, they got me hooked in. But you're right. I mean, he's so great, but
yeah,
I don't know.
I did see the Minecraft movie.
Was it good?
I liked it.
What was
we're supposed to go at some point, but
the chicken
jockey, nothing.
Yeah, chicken jockey.
Yeah, we went on a boring
go
night.
crazy?
Apparently, nobody went crazy. One person yelled, and that was about it. Nothing happened. I was prepared for chaos, but we were in a lame crowd, I guess.
Yeah, everyone loves Jack Black, and we've seen Tenacious D so many times in all of his movies. For a long time, when the kids were little, we'd go to Jack Black movies the first day they'd come out. And even Richie said, I'm disappointed I haven't gone to see Minecraft. I said, I have no idea what Minecraft is, really. But he goes, you'll like it. It's Jack Black. We'll just all go together. So we're going to go, but we're late to the party.
My nieces play that stuff.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it a life-changing movie or anything like that, but I enjoyed it. It helped me my son and daughter like to play Minecraft, and it helped me kind of understand why they like being in that world so much, Yeah. But it was good. I thought it was an enjoyable night at the theater. I like Jack Black a lot.
Yeah. I took Julia to see The Amateur, but now we'll go see Minecraft. And so anyway, when I saw The Amateur, I saw the previews for the new Fantastic Four with Pedro Pascal, and that looked fantastic.
No pun intended.
4. That looked really good.
Pun
like most of I'll be honest with you, a lot of the superhero comic book movies, I'm like,
well, I mean,
I'm going to pass on this. That one looks like something.
It'll be interesting.
It's weird.
That
looks like something that would have come out like 20 years ago.
Well,
yes.
Like
I don't know what that means.
This is like their third effort at Fantastic Four.
It looks good to me.
This is the one where they like
That looks good to me.
all the superheroes are gone and they need to step up and become the superheroes.
No, that's Thunderbolt.
They played that preview too. And
I saw that preview.
I was iffy on that one. Fantastic Four looks really, 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 really good.
Yeah, I mean, they've had a couple. Chris Evans and Jessica Alba did one version of Fantastic Four.
Do you think this one looks good?
I like Pedro Pascal, the actor, and so I think it will be very good.
It looked good to me. I forgot to tell you that yesterday. All right. Anything else? Where you been? I ain't seen you in a month of Sundays.
Yeah, it's been gone.
Been a while, buddy.
I was home for about 18 hours last week, but I'm home this week, so it's nice.
Hey, you're home.
Yeah.
Hey, here.
It's nice to be home. I was in Stamford for a while. I was in Chicago over the weekend.
You go to WrestleMania?
No, where was WrestleMania?
Vegas, baby.
No, I didn't go to WrestleMania.
A lot of people said you were at WrestleMania.
I've been in the WWE headquarters a couple
That's not what I
times
asked
though.
you.
No,
People said you
That's
were at
not where
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania was.
no, I didn't watch WrestleMania, but
I saw that on social media someplace. Like Nate's at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So, oh, well, there he is.
By the way, I liked what you tweeted at Pete Sweeney and myself. I liked that.
Oh, did you?
Oh, I did.
I didn't get any response. I think you liked it very much.
I saw it this morning.
You didn't see it last night?
I didn't see it last night.
Randy Orton snuck up on John Cena and gave
Got
him
him.
RKO, baby. Got him.
Because
He got him, too.
Before Pete came on the air, I called him a little early.
Did you hear what Cena said in the microphone right before he got it? That was hilarious. Did you have the audio up?
No, I didn't. I just saw the
that was
RKO.
great. I love that.
I just saw it.
I
like
called
Randy
Richie.
Orton.
I said, Richie, I feel like you're a little boy again because the things are happening that when we used to go, I should take you.
Right. Cena and Orton.
He's like, I got to go. Stop calling me.
Wrestling's for kids, Dad.
Stop calling me with this. Stop calling me with all this information. I go, Richie's what? What's wrong? I go,
Because we were like, who's going to take
Randy
the
Orton.
belt? Who's going to take the belt from Cena? And we were going back and forth. I'd be all for that.
Right. Let's take a break.
one of the wrestlers from WWE was at the Yankees game, the Royals Yankees game that I went to. I'm trying to remember who.
One
it
of
was,
them.
Who was
the
it?
wrestlers?
Batista or something like that.
Batista
doesn't really wrestle
I
anymore.
made that
several
up.
years.
No, I mean, he used to
Yeah, a long
be,
time
right?
ago.
Yeah. Now
No,
he's an
it was a
actor.
current guy. It was a current guy. I'll look it up.
No. Who is it? Let's see if you figure this out on the air.
I can't remember, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'll show you the video of it, then you can tell me who it was.
All right.
But it'll probably take me during the commercial break to find it.
Let's see if Nate can figure out who was at the Yankees game.
What if I find out before he does?
He might.
You probably will.
What if I take a break before you both do?
All right.
Back after this on WHP. Welcome back to New Day with SSJ. Thank you so much for joining us. So we haven't heard from you. Who do you want the Chiefs to draft on Thursday?
Well,
The NFL draft begins in 60 hours, 15 minutes, and 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8 seconds.
Here's currently, if you had the choice between these guys, Nate, who would you take?
Oh, Jesus, you're not doing a mock draft
Oh,
right
I
now, are you?
absolutely am. I just hit start. Amarian Hampton, running back from North Carolina.
yep. No, I'm just kidding.
Defensive lineman Derek Harmon from Oregon. Malik Starks, safety from Georgia.
There's a flaw in your mock draft. Why is Harmon
I don't
continuously
know.
available?
I don't know. Luther Burden, wide receiver from Missouri.
LB3,
Josh Connerly, offensive tackle, Oregon.
JCJ, because he's a junior.
Defensive line Kenneth Grant. I don't think he'll be there.
Who's
hey,
doing this mock draft?
I'm just telling you who's available. Maxwell Hairston, cornerback, Kentucky.
Josh Simmons isn't available in
He
this
is
one.
not. Josh Simmons is
Ridiculous.
off the board.
When did he go in this draft?
Josh Simmons went, let's see, he went to, let's see, I'm going through it. Oh, he went early. Let's see. I can't find it right now. He went early. I mean, he went to Miami at pick 13.
That's ridiculous.
Wow.
Hey, that could really happen.
Okay. Well, maybe.
He could be the third tackle off the board. Campbell, Membugo, and then
Yeah, it depends on the medicals.
yeah.
That's why, see, you put that possibility out. Yeah, he could go. That's why if he ends up falling to 31, I want him to take him.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't think he'll be there. I think they're going to have to move up ahead of Houston to get him.
If they have a chance to draft him reasonably, move up, or obviously if he falls to 31. But no, yes, that's what I want. I'd like. There's other players I'd like, but if he's available, yes.
None of those players tickled your fancy, Nathan?
Well, I think the Chiefs usually, I would guess them to pick one of the defensive tackles out of the guys you just mentioned. Andy Reid likes the big guys.
I think Nick Jacobs has him taking Harmon in his latest mock draft.
Right.
Derek Harmon.
Yeah, if Harmon's available, that would certainly be a possibility. I don't think he's going to be available.
So if he was available, that'd be the kind of player that's fallen to them that surprises you.
That's what
say
you
has-
think the Chiefs would do. What do you want? That's the question that Steven posed to you.
Burden?
That's who Steven wants. I wouldn't be mad if they drafted Burden because they can. Anytime you want to put weapons
you'd be
around Patrick Mahomes, I'd be okay with it. But
Y'all are a bunch
I
of
think
haters.
they have bigger needs at both the tackle positions, offensive and defensive tackle. So, what offensive lineman did you say was available in this one?
Connerly. He's from Oregon as well.
What do you think about him? Tell me what you think about him.
Look at him turn the tables on you.
Yeah.
You're just a yes man.
I'm
Just
not
do
a big
whatever
fan
he
of him.
says.
I don't think the Chiefs
Let him
really
do
like
that.
him either.
You
'cause
say
of
turn
the
back in
short-
like, what do
short
you think
arms.
about him?
I'm asking
Everyone's
the
got
expert.
short arms.
Yeah, what's the deal? What's the deal with this controversy with the short arms? Everybody's got different measurements at the pro day than at the combine.
Yeah, it's a controversy.
Okay, so I'm just going to throw this out there. Because I do pay attention to what's going on these other shows. All right? Because we're a family at Sports Radio 810.
Hey, fam.
Team. Enthusiasm. You're not going to catch me walking around with a baseball bat behind people when they're trying to eat dinner,
Nope.
giving a speech about team and enthusiasm, unless I have to. I'm your guy.
I've seen that scene.
Right.
You showed it to me.
You want to see it
I
here?
know what happened. No, I don't.
Okay, then. But I listened to Timothy Grunhard with Suren Petro yesterday.
Grunny.
And did you hear who Tim Grunhard, he made a strong case for the Chiefs to draft a certain offensive lineman. Who was it? Let's see. Did you listen to it? Did you hear it?
I did not hear it.
Okay, let's see if you can guess. What offensive lineman did Tim Grunhard make a case for the Chiefs to draft? And the reason I'm bringing this up is that, Timmy talks to people. We're Andy Heck, Notre Dame guy.
Was it Ursery?
Tim Grunhard, no. Tim Grunhard. He puts out feelers. He hears whispers.
Simmons?
Nope. No. Nope. I'll tell you after you get some more. And he said they may have to trade up a little bit, move up a little bit to get him.
Membu?
No.
They have to trade way up.
I said a little bit, not a lot. You give in? Nate has not guessed one
Will
person.
Campbell.
You're not even.
He'll be the first guy.
Said
He'll be
a little bit, not a
he'll
lot.
go number 4. He's going to be the
You're
first.
trade up into the top 5.
5. Yeah, the Patriots are going to take
How
him
you
at
think
4.
It's going to happen on
I don't know
Thursday.
how aggressive you want to be here.
You trade their
right.
entire draft?
I like it.
How about Ozzie Trapilo?
No. Nope.
Catholic school guy.
You guys ain't going to get it.
Is it even a tackle?
Oh, I don't know. Now we're getting there. I don't know. I don't know. Is it? Is he? That's a good question. Is he?
Is there somebody named Izzy?
No.
I don't know.
Donovan
man.
Jackson
No.
from Ohio State.
No. Nope.
The kid from Minnesota.
Let's put it this way.
Gray Zabel from
Yes.
North Dakota State. Bam.
Yes. Yeah.
They kind of like the small college guys sometimes,
Put it this way. After listening to Timmy talk about him and everything else, he sold me. I was like, oh, okay, Tim, you got it.
6'6", 312 pounds.
He talked about he could come right in, and if Suamataia isn't your left guard, he can immediately step in and replace Tooney at left guard. He could also, if anywhere down the road you decide to move Creed Humphrey to guard, he could also play center, or if Creed Humphrey got hurt, players get hurt, he could play center. He could also bounce outside and play right tackle if you needed him to. In an emergency situation, if left tackle's not working out, move Juwan Taylor over to left tackle, and he can play right tackle. He said the Chiefs love offensive linemen that could play multiple positions, and especially this kid. And Grunhard said he can be the next Dave Zott. He's that good.
In this,
And that's who-
in
that's
this
who-
draft I'm doing, he went 18 to Seattle.
And that's who he reminds him of. Well, I've seen him all over the board.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you that's what Grunhard brought to the table yesterday.
I like it.
And if you go back and listen to the podcast, he'll convince you, because you start and then you throwing around Dave Zott like, hey, easy there, buddy.
Yeah.
But just listening to the rationale and everything else, now I don't think he's going to be there. But again,
But I heard Pete saying on your show yesterday that the Chiefs are interested in trading up for the guy that they like.
well, we were talking about a report from Matt Miller, who's blacklisted Jake Gutierrez.
right, he doesn't ever return his calls. That's why.
What's
I
the list at
Pete.
right now? Let's establish the list. This is how they got to qualify.
I did go back. Dane Brugler did answer my text.
Oh, that's
that's
not nothing.
He answered me yesterday.
New phone who
Give
dis?
me a list.
No,
okay.
he had-
NFL draft guys or NFL guys that have appeared multiple. They have to. These are the qualifiers. They must have appeared on the show
multiple times.
multiple times. They must have had a big advancement in their careers, and they must not return your text or calls now. And even if they do return them, if they're not coming on the show, what good is a text or whatever?
Well, I stopped texting Daniel
Right.
Jeremiah. He did. He would return it and be like, yeah,
but
it's
he
not-
fits.
it's not-
He fits the bill.
Yeah, it's not going to work out.
Lewis Riddick.
He doesn't even return the
Okay,
text anymore.
so Lewis Riddick's one of them.
Right.
Daniel Jeremiah.
Correct.
Matt Miller.
Correct.
Dane Brugler.
Well, we'll see. That's yet to be determined.
We're in the zone for that.
TBA.
He's booked out this week.
Is there anyone else?
He might be able to come on to recap.
Because
Bucky Brooks won't return my text.
What?
I don't know.
I don't-
He was on here a couple times.
Was he?
A long time ago.
Okay. Well, he
I think-
counts.
I think.
But I mean, before Lewis Riddick really blew up, he came on the show a couple of times. He blew up. And he also blew up your number.
Yeah.
He don't know it now.
Well, he has like 2 different numbers. I have them both.
But you look at it, you're able to identify very good talent to have on the show. And then, see, this is that.
I got an eye for draft talent.
That's what always scares me about Buster, because you did that with Buster. You got Buster early,
right?
And he blew up, but he stayed.
Buster's a different breed.
He stayed loyal.
Buster and I
he didn't forget
he's
his
built
roots.
different.
Yeah, he is built different, but he
a dog.
But also, Buster and I have a different relationship too.
Oh, okay.
I mean, just because he's on weekly, I have a weekly communication with him, and I'd venture to say I call Buster a friend.
So the Dane Brugler.
Like, Buster sent me pictures and videos of his dog.
See? I like that.
I get videos of Buster's dog.
Dane Brugler returned your text, though.
He did. He returned it yesterday. He hadn't answered
what did it
the
say?
Previous 2.
And
I appreciate that.
That's fine, but what did it say? And I'll tell you if you should appreciate it or not.
Well, so I tried to book him on during the Combine.
We got it.
And then...
Tell me the last text you said.
So April 10th, I said, hey, Dane, do you think you might have some time next week to come on our show in Kansas City?
April 10th.
April 10th. And then I followed that up on the following Saturday.
You pushy.
Right? So leading up to this week. Hey, Dane, just following up, see if Monday might work for you. If not, we can find another day if you come on in Kansas City. Thanks for the time and consideration.
All right.
And then yesterday, he got back to me and said, sorry, man, I'm completely slammed.
So 11 days.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, 10 and then Saturday. No.
All right.
So what was Saturday? The
Okay, so
the 19th?
A couple of days then.
19th to
But from the original
yesterday?
text, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Yes. From the.
But he
from
did
the
reach
10th.
out.
Yeah, but he said, sorry, man, I'm completely slammed through the draft at this point.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry about that. I said,
I don't know that he's sorry.
Well, hey,
he's
sorry.
probably happy that he's slammed with this.
Well, I mean, I think sorries are selfish anyways, but that's a whole different story.
Stuff your sorries in a sack, Mr.
Well, sorries are for me to say, oh, it's okay, and so make you feel better.
Did you say it's okay? What was your response?
I said, no worries, my man.
Yeah, no worries is a good
What
one.
should
I
someone
like that.
say when they feel bad about something?
I was wrong.
I apologize.
What can I do to make it right?
Well, what if it's just something like where it's not necessarily wrong? Like, I wish I could. I feel bad that I can't.
Well,
Like, that doesn't make it
then
wrong,
you're
but-
lying. Do you really feel bad that you can't? Because if you really wanted to, you would.
Well, no, that's not true. There's all kinds of times when there's 2 things you would like to do, but you can only do one.
Well, I don't think you need to say sorry about it. Say it's unfortunate that I can't accommodate you. It's unfortunate because my time restraints don't work out. It's unfortunate. Sorry is I'm waiting for you to say, "Oh, it's okay, Jake." And so it's really just to make me feel better. Me saying sorry to you is just to make me feel better.
Selfish.
Right. I think sorries are completely selfish.
But sometimes don't you feel like you're owed an apology?
Well, apology is different than saying sorry, I think.
So I apologize is better?
Yes.
I agree.
I apologize.
Yeah, I like
for
that. I like apologize better.
Yeah. I don't think saying sorry is the same thing as an apology.
Will you accept my apology?
Right.
For my oversight?
I will, but I won't forget what you did.
What can I do to make you forget?
Right? See, now you're trying to amend it. Now you're trying to fix it.
Yeah.
And that's
I'm
a
trying to
whole
fix
different
it.
deal,
I want
right?
to fix it.
And so
I want to fix
I
it.
think people, instead of saying I'm wrong, they just say I'm sorry.
Yeah, sometimes people give the old "I'm sorry you feel that way" too. They'll give
Well,
you that one, you know.
And then you say, "Are you really? Are you really sorry?"
I'm sorry that you reacted to what I said.
Or I
that
say,
way.
"Yeah, you are sorry."
So how do you feel
You're
about Grace
sorry
Abel then?
sack.
Can stuff your sorries in a sack, mister? Can I read you what they said on ESPN about him?
Sure.
Because I like this because Andy Reid likes versatility out of
Who
all
is it from
offensive
ESPN? Is it
linemen.
just ESPN as a blanket statement
Steve
or some
Mensch? Munch?
what?
Munch?
I don't know what you're
Munch?
trying to say.
Guy's a real mensch.
Go ahead.
Munch.
Zabel started 41 games over 5 seasons at left tackle, left guard, and right guard. See? Versatility. He had a 9'3" broad jump, which is outstanding for an interior offensive lineman, and that lower body explosiveness shows up on tape. He fires off the ball. He lifts defenders and gets some push in the run game. He's effective at combination blocking and working up to the second level. He times his punch well, works his hands inside, and moves his feet once he's engaged in pass protection. Zabel mirrors and redirects well. He can recover when he gets caught leaning out of position. He gives too much ground up at times, but digs in and fights to anchor. He recognizes and picks up blitzes. That versatility, though, does seem like something like Andy Reid loves that in offensive line.
They love it.
They love that lower body explosion.
Yeah.
But will he be there? Will he be in range for them to trade up? Timmy says they like him that much. We'll see.
Hey, I'm convinced that Veach slipped and almost said left That player.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll see.
It's my conspiracy theory.
I'm ready for this to happen.
Yeah.
I need it to happen. I need you to stop doing mock drafts for the show. That's what I need.
That's not going to happen.
It will happen.
It won't.
Once the draft starts. It's over,
I'm
there's no
taking
more.
Ursery.
You're not getting a mock draft once it already started.
I took Ursery at 31.
That's fine. I'm good with that. Ruskin High School, KCMO, rep what? 816?
See what's available at 66, 63 here?
Now that I know how much it pisses Jake off, I'm going to start apologizing to him all the time.
Do it.
Well, that's
saying,
fine.
I'm
If you
sorry.
want to apologize,
No,
that's
I'm
fine.
sorry, man.
I'm going to say you're a selfish piece of shit. That's just for you, isn't it? You're just saying that for you.
We'll be right back after this on WHB.